What's up, people? Welcome to another Lee's Corner. It has been a while since I have been here. It's crazy. I've tried doing this 3 times since we've gotten a new president, and I've never quite could find the things to say. But today, there's a lot to say in a little bit of time. I know it's been quite a while for us getting together, but I think now's the best time. I've been getting a lot of people wanting to hear from me, so I think this is the best time to go ahead and give my book report of what's been going on for so long. Um, hmm. I like to start by saying I was right. I was always right. I used to talk about how racist white people were from the first moment I started this Lee's Corner. And I get backlash, people be like, no, it's not that bad. And, no, Lee, you're being too difficult and blah, 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 blah. I would love to see where those people are right now. I would love to see where they fit in the situation of the new era that we have right now. Because it's amazing, ain't it? It's amazing how hindsight works out. Everything I said was, you're actually seeing right now. You're actually seeing everything I ever said America was, the white people were. You're actually seeing it play out right now in real time. It's amazing. Some of you have never had this. It's very exhilarating. Some of you have never seen anything like this. It's so amazing. It's like Christmas. It's very interesting to see how people are reacting to the new reality and the new regime change. It's crazy, but yet funny at the same time. I told people for years, oh, Lee, you full of shit. Oh, Lee, everything is race with you. Everything is racial with you. No, sweetheart. Black people have no power to be racist. We can't be racist. I've told you that a million times before. We didn't bring the race thing here. We didn't bring no race situations here. What are you talking about? We were brought against our own will to this country. And you got white people still saying that it's not a racist country. You have black presidents. It's just not a racist country. What do you think now? It was born on the backs of racism. The whole thing was bred out of racism, this big social experiment. I try to tell people before, the biggest fraud, the biggest situation was we weren't supposed to get loose. We weren't supposed to get free. And then you hear ex-presidents say stuff like Lincoln, party of Lincoln, Lincoln wanted to free the slaves. Well, let's read more and think more about this. Lincoln actually said if he didn't have to free the slaves, he wouldn't have. He did it for the Union. He didn't care no more about black people than anybody else. This was about keeping the Union together. He didn't care about no black folks. Y'all need to read more and stop allowing these political people to tell you what Lincoln said and what he did and the party of Lincoln and this, that, and the other. I'm not saying that there are no and was no white people that did not like slavery or did not do anything to help, get rid of it. But as I just recently read myself that, black people pretty much freed themselves. And I know people argue with that and all this other kind of stuff with the Emancipation Proclamation, but no, we really freed ourselves. Go check it out. It was said that hundreds of thousands of us went to the North in droves. And by law, they were supposed to send us back to the people that owned us. But they didn't. Why? Because they realized a couple things. We could help them win the war. They could have us for spies and all things of that nature. But it wasn't because they wanted to help you. They wanted to bring the Union back together. So let's be real about that at first. But like I said, I was right. And I'm so glad to see it panning out now, and everybody can't hide from it anymore. You can't hide in your little, that's just Lee's world. Lee never said white and black bathrooms. Lee never said whites only this, blacks only this. That wasn't something that Lee did. Lee didn't start redlining. Lee didn't fuck up black people's housing and mortgages and boosting them and pushing black people who wanted to get mortgages and stuff into ghetto loans. Lee didn't do that. White power did that. So like I said, I was right. I was always right. And I always had white people come to me and on the side, whatever, and say stuff like, I'm not like that. you look, I never said that you were, but you said white people. So look, if you know who you are, I shouldn't have to say who I am. You understand? If you know who you are, you shouldn't have to come to me and see and get your friend card. Not for me, because I already know who you are as a person, right? If we truly the friends that you think we are, right? I am not talking about all white people, but I'm not going to sit here and say, well, not all white people. I'm not. I don't have time for that shit. I don't. I really don't. Because when you see these MAGA motherfuckers out here, they don't be sitting here talking about all black people. No, they talking about all black people. They talking about all of us. So I'm not going to sit here and curb my... See, that's the whole problem with it, you know. I had a girl one time tell me, well, if you would not talk the way you do, and if you would not, you know, do this, that, and the other, and talk a certain way, I said, bitch, it is not my job to fucking make you feel comfortable. Do you understand? It is not my job to make you feel comfortable. Yes, she was white. She thought if I sounded more like Byron Allen, or I sounded like someone that was more calm and even tempered, then maybe white folks would listen. I could give a damn if you listen. Fuck you. This is for my people and for the white people who might want to listen. That's who it's for. If I got to calm my voice down and do all this stuff to get your attention, then fuck you. I'm not here to make you comfortable. Take your privilege, your unwanted privilege, and your sensitive natures the fuck out my damn shit. And you won't have to worry about this, because this is not what it's about. This is real shit right now. This is real shit right now. Now we're seeing the nitty gritty. No racism in America. Oh, it's all in your head, Lee. Really? We have a president who is removing everything black because he says, I don't want to have anything here just because of color. Okay. But what do you have without color? You have all white accomplishments. Well, shouldn't we remove those too? Because white, last I checked, is a color. So should we move all those white accomplishments too? No, you just want to move the black accomplishments, because you figure the only reason why we got notoriety for our black accomplishments is because we're black. Which brings me to my next day situation of DEI and the way white folks do not understand. Even the figureheads that you see on TV are mistaken about how these things work. Let me run it down for you. Allow me to run it down for you. There are public officials under the administration that we have now, and talking heads, who literally said and believe if they see a black man on the plane, they are afraid if he's a pilot. Because they don't know if he has the credentials or if they just gave it to him because he was black. Now, I have to ask for anybody with any intellectual mind framing out there, has white people given black people anything for just being black? Never. Everything you've ever had, Social Security, whatever else, we didn't get that shit till later. It was never given to us because we were black. And if you do, your black ass better have a job, 2 jobs, and everything else too. And a good credit score. So the idea that we get stuff because we're black is ridiculous. Always has been. What company is going to hire a black person with no education in the field they're going in? This makes no sense about the DEI situation. They say we're getting a free ride. They're letting you into colleges that you can't get into. They're normally through normal channels. They're saying, so basically we're not making the grade to be there. They're just giving it to us because we're black. They're giving us jobs because. Can you imagine that? They just give me a doctorate for being a doctor of medicine just for being black. Can you imagine the lawsuits that I will get? Flying a plane. I don't have any credentials to fly a plane. That means if I crash, that company is on the hook for so many billions of dollars. But you literally think in your stupid ass retarded mind that they give us stuff and jobs based on the fact that we are black. No. Here's the truth of the matter, white people who are ignorant and stupid. They had to start pressuring companies to do DEI, diversity inclusion programs, because not only were we accredited, we were probably over accredited, more so than the white folks you had working for you. But because of their hate of black people that are color, that have color on them, because of their hate, they wouldn't hire us. Now, when you get to the 1964 Civil Rights Bill and all this kind of stuff, everybody flooded in on our black backs. So when you started having to give jobs, you still shitted on us. You said, okay, we got to give some to minorities. All right, well, women are a minority. Let's give it to white women. Okay, cool. Then they start saying, okay, fuck that. You have to give a certain amount of jobs to black people. How about that, motherfucker? Okay, cool. Then, now I got to give to black people. It's just some bullshit. So that's how that worked. Your racism made it necessary to have to set up DEI programs, diversity, inclusion programs. Diversity, inclusion, equity programs. It was not because you were so nice and you just couldn't find any black people that were available that were accredited. That wasn't the case. We always had the degrees. We were always ready to go to work. You did not want to hire us because no matter how much education we show you, you still think we're less than we are because we're black. So it's not us that has to hang up with color. It has always been you. This is a free education. It's a clinic I'm putting on today. Just to let the stupid ass white folks out there know what's going on when we talk about DEI and who has the real problem with race here. White people have always had a problem with us. They call us racist because we point out their racism. Why is everything about color with you? Because everything's about color with you, bitch. What are you talking about? And then you got the Karens that think that they're fucking cops. White people go out here every day and grill in places they ain't supposed to, but it's fun to do. They set fires on the beach to start to, to have log fires on the beach when they know they ain't supposed to have fun. The minute a black person does it, they come over there like they're the law. Excuse me. Are you supposed to be doing that? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you selling water out here on the sidewalk without a license? Bitch, do you have a license? Did I come and fuck with you and your 3-year-old white boys up here selling fucking chips and dip on the corner of this street? I didn't see no license. You're supposed to have that shit plastered right here so everybody can see your vendor's license, right? I don't see it, but I didn't give a fuck because there's a little kid trying to sell some cookies and cakes, right? But when it's black people, all of a sudden you're the fucking law. See, you got it in your head somewhere that white America deputized every white person in America since its inception to come and check us. And the beautiful thing about this that I'm seeing now is the fight back of the black people is beautiful because this new regime that we're in, you got so many brave white people just walking up to fucks. And it's just like that song say, try Jesus, but don't try me because we fight. And that's what you've been seeing. You've been seeing the white boy get knocked the fuck out and white girls get knocked the fuck out over here playing games with black people. You don't have the same protections as the president. So I suggest you not try the same games that they play because you will get knocked the fuck out. Be careful on how you try to play with us these days. We're tired. We're tired of the bullshit. And you will get hurt. Fuck with the wrong one. You've been seeing the videos all over YouTube, all over Instagram, all over Facebook. Keep fucking with us. Leave us the fuck alone. Do not make this your day for you to be made an example of. Oh, and don't get it twisted. I've been hearing all this stuff about white folks going into fight clubs, trying to get themselves stronger so they can go out here and start fucking with black people because it's okay now that they can get away with it. If you think you can get away with it, if you think you can do it, do what you got to do. But don't be surprised of the outcome. It's a very dangerous time now. It really is. But I'm actually happy and surprised. I kept telling people, I said, this kind of thing needs to go further because white people need to know. Black people, we've been broke before. Ain't nothing for us to be broke. It ain't nothing for them to take down a museum and take down this and take down that from us. We've had things taken from us before. Like my man said, there's nothing you can do to us that hasn't been done to us already. Now, you poor whites and you middle class whites and all y'all that's upset and angry and disgusted, good for you. Remember that feeling during the next election. Remember that feeling when black folks told you what it was all about anyway and you thought they was full of shit. Remember your black friends who told you how racist this country was. You looked at them like, what are you talking about? This is the greatest place on earth. And you should be glad to be here because, well, what the fuck? Bitch, do you know how I got here? Wasn't your ancestors? It wasn't even you. I don't give a fuck if it was 5,000 years ago. I don't care. If you're not telling the Jews to forget, don't tell me to forget. If you ain't telling people to forget about September 11th, don't tell me to fucking forget. We don't want to hear it. Like our murders don't matter. Y'all care about more about shit that happened over there in Germany than you do about black people and what y'all did here. And I know it's a bunch of guilt. I get it. Ain't nobody asking you to kiss nobody's ass. Ain't nobody asking you to flog yourself. Ain't nobody asking you to hate yourself. All I'm asking you to do is acknowledge what you have done and the privilege that you have. That's it. Some of y'all motherfuckers can't even do that shit right. Act like somebody asking y'all to bow down and kiss people's feet. Nobody said that shit. But don't act like you don't have privilege. Privilege based on the backs of the blood of my peoples. Now, this is going to rub some people the wrong way, but I really don't give a fuck. I don't. Like I said, look what's going on around you. You have no foot to stand on, no leg to stand on, nothing. You don't have no principles. You don't have no shit. Nothing. Because we're seeing it right now in real time. Yo, folks, we seeing it. You have no excuse. If all these motherfuckers said there, well, I'm just going for the policies of his. I didn't know he was going to do that. Well, it's a policy for his to take DEI out of everything else. Because, you know, enough white people don't feel like they got shit with black people here. So we're going to take out all the DEI. And for all y'all white folks that don't have the degrees that the black people have, that have lost all the jobs, go ahead and try to fill those positions. I'll wait. Because if you could have filled those positions, you would have filled those. You would have filled those positions, but you couldn't fill the positions. And we're gonna make damn sure to remember all the businesses that wanted to play these games too. Target ain't the only boycott. And black folks, for real, if you with me, the boycott must be real. Hurt them pockets. I know we don't have everything black to shop. I know that. We don't have black, not that I know of. Y'all do, let me know. I know we ain't got no black jeans and we ain't got no a lot of black places to shop for food and stuff like that. But when you do see people shopping for clothes and stuff, I go by Actively Black. Hook the brothers up, activelyblack.com. Check them out. They got some good stuff. Shoes as well, watches, clothes, stuff of that nature. If you have some other ones in Atlanta, be sure to share them. I don't care. Let black folks know where they can get food, because we got black food deserts around here. Everybody ain't got that shit yet. But like I said, boycott where you can. Help your other fellow man out with his black businesses and stuff like that. Shop there. But like I said, this is a good and interesting time for a lot of people, because hopefully there's a lot of people that's wanting to learn now. Hopefully there's a lot of people wanting to reach out now. I see some people's minds are starting to change, and because it's starting to affect them. No, nothing changes in mind like when it starts to affect you. You know, I used to always say that stuff. You know, it's amazing how nobody used to give AIDS research until somebody in their family get AIDS. Nobody gives a fuck about this until somebody in their family get this. Nobody cares about this until somebody get that. Man, I always give something to the Children Pediatric Fund. And thank God, none of my children in that stuff. I was doing it before I had children. It's good to help people every once in a while. I mean, it's good to, you know, give some money here and there. But most people don't take on that cause until it hits them personally. Everybody used to think that this was a black problem. Now it's your problem, because his tariffs and everything else is going for poor whites and some rich whites. Now everybody will say, well, wait a minute here. This is not fair. Oh, is it not fair now? So as long as it's fucking with black folks, it's okay. But when it starts coming to your realm, then it's, hey guys, we should band together. Oh, now we should band together. You can see my problem I might have with that, right? Because I'm not a divisive person. I don't like separate people, but I do point out the shit that people do. Be very careful who you come together with, because as soon as they seem to get what they want, they drop off of you like ticks. What do you think the civil rights movement was about? Everybody was honest, right? Everybody got everything because of us. Every migrant that was here, everybody, from the Italians, from the Chinese, from the Asians, everybody got restaurants and everything else based on our black backs. Where's that love at today? Ask yourself. That felt great. That was good. But like I said, I got shit to do. That's my time, people. It's been great. I think it was a hell of a way to start back before the Christmas holidays. Happy Christmas to everybody out there. Hope y'all have a great one. Stay strong, stay tight. Don't feel like y'all gotta buy people shit. These are rough times. Do what you gotta do. Give people cards. Fuck all the bullshit. I'll be back again with another Lee's Corner. Probably for Christmas. I think I should make this my Christmas episode personally. I might do a New Year's one. But I really enjoyed this. This was really cool. So I'll see y'all back next time on Lee's Corner, where we talk about the things you want to talk about. Later.